Alright guys, welcome aboard. We're going to be taking a nice scenic flight today from Blythe out on the California-Arizona border. We're going to be taking the Cessna 172. From Blythe, we're going to go south along the Colorado River, take a look at some of the nice ortho scenery we have there, and go over to Yuma. We'll do a turn westward there and hopefully make it into San Diego. Not sure how long the flight will be here, but an hour and a half or so. Hopefully it won't be too long. So let's jump into the cockpit and get started. We'll turn down the music a little bit there. Let's see here. So we're gonna get this plane started up and get rolling out and take a look at some of this scenery here. Now let me go ahead and show you what the route is gonna look like. So here we go. We're taking a look at the World Vfr Chart here, and here we are at Blythe. Let's take a look at what's our altimeter setting here. 3019. So we're going to take off, basically come down along the Colorado River here. Just follow right down. Maybe we'll even follow it around a little bit here. We'll take a little look-see through it, and then cut westward right along the U.S.-Mexican border, and over the little mountains through the desert into San Diego. And not sure where we'll land. Maybe Gillespie, maybe Montgomery Field. We'll see. So let's get started up over here. Alright, I'd like to get my yoke off, and I don't know if we need to prime it or not, but we'll go ahead and prime it. So, battery power on, mixture full rich, turn the fuel pump on for a second. Alright, fuel pump off. Let's go ahead and put our nav light and beacon on, and let's fire her up here. Open the throttle just a little bit. Alright, we got a good start there. Yeah, we'll fix all that. Get our alternator on. Get our avionics on. We're going to be doing VFR here pretty much the whole way, so disregard whatever I got in there. I think I had a flight plan in there from something. Alright, let's throttle back, lean out the mixture here a little bit while we're waiting to get rolling. Let's see, altimeter. Let's take a look. I said 30 something or other. We'll just look at the field elevation and go from there. We'll set it that way. So let's see, field elevation at Blythe is... Uh, 700 feet. Okay. Oh no, so sorry, 400 feet. I don't know what I'm saying. So 400 feet, let's go ahead and set that. Alright, right about there looks good. Just out of curiosity, let's see what that gives us. That gives us 3025 roughly, so a little bit different in the sim there. I am using real world weather, so whatever, we'll see. Okay, I think we're ready to taxi here. I'm going to go ahead and kill the music just for the for flight here, and let me turn up the volume on the actual sim. So let's see here, sound. There we go, it's a little bit better. I noticed that when I'm doing recordings, it actually is pretty low. So let's go to standby on our transponder. Come back up here. We'll put, we don't need taxi lights. We'll put strobes on already. Landing will wait. Everything else looks good. Brakes off. And what do we got for wind here? Looks like the wind's coming out of the east. So we'll go over to that end of the runway. We'll go to the west side of the runway. And you can see we got a few planes staticked in at Blythe. We don't really need the whole runway here. Let's take a quick look outside. Let's see where we're at. Alright, well, we'll go down a little bit farther. What the heck? I was going to do intersection departure, but we'll play it safe. I just didn't want to taxi all the way to the end. As a matter of fact, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take off. We'll do an intersection departure, but we're going to take off at the intersection of this runway here. And usually my trim is already set up. Flaps are up. Go landing light on. I got a key for that on my keyboard. Let's go take a look at this ortho scenery we've got along the Colorado River. There we go. We'll use up a little bit of extra runway here for us. We should be off the ground pretty quickly though here. Alright, let's throttle up. Try to keep my center line here. Alright, there's 60. Rotating up. Let's take a look outside here. Goodbye, Blythe. Lower the nose here and pick up some airspeed. And we'll turn our landing light off. And let's go to altitude on our transponder. So dropping a nose so we can get a little visibility and over the nose and get our airspeed to pick up a little bit. Sorry. Just a bunch of agricultural stuff here. But the ortho I have along the Colorado River, they're just. I did this flight. I actually started, like I said, I had this pre-programmed in here. If we take a look at this, and I was just flying it for fun the other day. But I noticed how really nice the ortho looked, and so I thought I'd do a video here. In fact, I think that's kind of the route we're going to be taking. So I had actually flown from, I think it was Santa Ana, out to Blythe, and then was doing this flight. I ended up not really finishing it off, but like I said, saw the scenery, at least in the 172 here, was just so nice. I thought I'd do a little flight for you guys, show you what it looks like. This is all zoom level, I think 16 that I have along here. think we're going to climb out to, let's see, what's our heading here? No, you know we didn't set our heading. Let's see, we're heading just about south here. Let's take a look at this. Let's level this off and get a decent heading on there. So we are right in between south and 150. So let's go ahead and set that on here. There we go. Yep, got it. Alright, now we got that set. We're going to climb out to, I think, I'm going to do like 5,000-ish feet or something. Something that'll give us a nice view of the river and the scenery. I'll go ahead and use my heading bug here and the autopilot for a little bit here until we climb out. So let's do VAST 700 looks good. We'll do our heading bug, turn that on. The one thing I noticed here is that when I do have my autopilot on here, you get this little jitteriness, and if you take a look at the ailerons, you'll see them kind of flapping a little bit. I'm going to move them just a little bit, even though the autopilot's on, but they're a little jerky. And that only happens when I have the autopilot on. And, so you can see them flapping a little bit there. Only happens when I have the autopilot on. Not sure why. Let me hop in here and we'll adjust our course ever so slightly so we can just follow along the river here. Actually, I think I forgot. I think I hit a heading. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I think I put heading on a couple of keys on my my throttle here, so I use those instead of the on-screen one. There's 5,000 feet. Let's just hold altitude right there. We'll start speeding up. I think, you know, I took off with my throttle already lean, but that's because it's a hot day in the desert, so you actually sometimes do that. That's my excuse, at least. It looks like we're pretty good right there. Just checking the EGG and the fuel flow. We were getting a little bit of a wind shift. I think they were out of the east down low, and then they actually go sort of out of the southwest at some point. So we'll just keep an eye on that. But I'm going to go ahead and turn down the actual simulator sound, and we'll. Let me see. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I'll just do it through my OBS. So. There we go. So it's not too loud, and I don't have to keep yelling. But we'll take a look outside and watch this really nice scenery go by. So just looking a little bit at the reflections here, sort of not matching up a little bit with, you know, with what's happening right there. But I think that's a couple of different factors. So it's there's ortho, and then there's the whatever X-plane scenery, and then I've also got like the rendering options plugin here. Although I have that reflection turned off, so I'm not quite sure which one is causing this or what setting I have that's causing that a little bit. A little kind of oddball reflection there, but the rest of it looks real nice. See if we kind of ignore that one little bit. This looks pretty good. Not sure what that is. I wonder what that is. It's almost like it's the water is sort of flooded over. There's a little bit of flooding here, it looks like. And again, we're only at 5,000 feet, so if you're flying over in an airliner, you know, at like 30,000 plus or whatever, you don't notice all those little kind of, you know, inconsistencies. Which, if you look at my channel, I've done a whole bunch of flights from like Phoenix, San Diego, or Southern California to Phoenix, and you know, you just kind of bypass all this stuff, which is why I thought I would do a video here, a little low level, taking a look at the nice scenery we get with ortho. Alright, so I'm gonna turn the autopilot off, just so we get rid of some of that stuttering right there. And you see how it all of a sudden turns smooth. So we're just gonna hand fly it here for a little bit. And so you can see that, you know, if the ortho is pretty decent, well, you can see there's a little bit of a mismatch here on a couple of the tiles. But you know, this part here, let me go back a little bit farther here. So this part here, the shading's a little off. And then, but this stuff here looks real nice. Let's go outside and take a look at that. Again, some little mismatching. Maybe it just you know, it almost looks like flooding with the reflection sort of covering up some of the you know, this little batch right here. Yeah, let's zoom in on that. Let me go over here. So yeah, see, like that part, more than likely that's either, I'm not sure which one's which, you know. Reflections are a little bit off, but still looks pretty decent. Got a couple of boats down there. Let's go back inside here and take a look at it. Alright, let's take a turn across here, and we'll start heading east. I think we're about ready to turn here at just north of Yuma. Start heading in the right direction again. Whatever airport that is over there. What is that? LGF. Take a look to see what exactly that is. That is Laguna Army Airfield, Yuma Proving Grounds. IGF. Nice ortho there. When it all works out, it definitely looks real nice. I wonder if I turn the reflections off in here. Let me see here. There's your reflective detail. But is that in the airplane or on the ground? Let me see. It includes slider, increases details of all reflective surfaces, impacts. Okay, let's just turn it off. Hopefully it doesn't reset. Yeah, I think that did. I think that kind of cleared it up a little bit. Cleared up some of it. I don't know. I was looking at this pond here, and it still looks like it's got water reflected on there. Yeah, it still didn't do it. Let's see what options I got over here. Water and reflection. See, I got Main reflectivity. See, let's turn it on and see what happens. Oh, there we go. There's a little bit difference. Okay, so that's off. That's on. I like on actually. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that definitely clears up that kind of odd reflectivity. Should have had that on before. There's still a few spots you can see here. I don't know if that's just stitching for ortho or what. Draw waves. Uh-oh. Couldn't kill something. Let's see. I don't think we need waves here. At least it doesn't seem to make a big difference. Probably just kills my use 3D water. I don't know what that's gonna do. Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay. Hopefully it didn't crash the sim. I think it did. Oh well, guys. That's it for now. Till next time, bye.